Alright, welcome back to Fernvalley Farms Beekeeping channel. My name is Vince. If you're looking to see beekeeping videos, you came to the right place. This is just a quick little video here on a yellow jacket trap. These things are really simple to make. All this is a plastic tote. I don't want to go too close, it probably smells pretty bad right now. But all this is a plastic tote with the top cut out. These are really easy to make. There's all kind of variations of these things, and I can't take the credit for this one. I mean, I had something similar in mind, but David at Barnyard Bees put a video out on this a couple weeks ago, and I seen it, and I'm like, oh, perfect, there you go, I'll just make it like that. I was going to do something similar to this, and I seen his video, and so David did the same thing, and it's come out really well, and his is loaded with yellow jackets. This year, anyways, we ain't got many. So yeah, last year I was overrun with yellow jackets last year about this time. This year, I've hardly got any. I've seen a couple by the house. This has actually been going now a couple of weeks. I actually made this video like 2 weeks ago, and I accidentally deleted it off my computer. And this is pretty much the same thing. I didn't do a video on how I made it, but all I did was I went and bought the plastic tote. I took a pop bottle, you know, like a 2-liter Coke bottle. I cut it about halfway off. I cut the slats on it. I peeled them down. I traced it on the top of the lid, slid it down in there. I cut the sides of the bottle and folded them over and just duct taped around it. I actually bought the good duct tape, but it's still not holding because of the moisture. So for next year, I'm gonna get some Gorilla Tape and put it around there. But it's working, and you can see here it's holding just fine. But it keeps coming off. So I'm gonna get some Gorilla Tape for next year when I put it back out. But that's all there is to it. These are really easy to make. You could do it with pop bottle. Take a 2-liter bottle, cut it in half and flip it over and stick the cone side down inside. The key to this is getting something in there that's going to attract the yellow jackets. What I have in there is apple juice. I went to Walmart. I just bought a gallon of apple juice. I threw that in there. You ever notice, like in the summertime, you got a can of pop sitting out, and the bees are attracted to the pop, whatever kind of pop it is. They're attracted to that sugar. You could do sugar water. You could put pop. You could do anything similar to that in here. It'll attract them. I just did the apple juice. I've seen a few other people do that. The other thing you want to put in there is like meat. I threw a couple of hot dogs in there. The yellow jackets are attracted to the rotten meat and the smell. The honeybees won't go anywhere near it. But one way to keep the honeybees out also is to put a couple of drops of apple cider vinegar in there. So there's I've got 1 gallon of apple juice, just a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and that's it. I threw a couple of hot dogs in there to let them rot. I don't want to smell that, to see what that smells like, but that will attract the yellow jackets. But this year I've got hardly any. There's nothing in this trap yet. And I haven't seen any yellow jackets flying around the hives at all. And like I said, last year at this time, I was loaded with them. And yellow jackets can be a real nuisance. If you got a weak hive, they'll get in there and rob it out. So you want to make sure you keep your yellow jackets under control. You could buy those yellow jacket traps that they just hang. You could put those out. But those are a one and done deal. Once you're done with them, you throw them away. This, at the end of the year here, when late fall gets here, everything is gone. I could wash that out, put it away, and use it next year, and just use it year after year. I didn't have to buy such a fancy container, but this is all they had. You could just use just a plastic tote. It doesn't have to be this fancy with the snap-on lids and all that. But this is all they had, and that's fine. It was like $8, and the apple juice was like $2. So the whole thing cost me maybe, what, $11 to build, and I could use it year after year. But so far, I've got nothing, which is good, I guess. I've had a couple up by the house I've seen, and I also did strap it down, because last year I made some, or the year before I made some with like the Coke bottles. I come out here and have them, they were knocked down, knocked over. Probably the raccoons, they come crawling out of the woods at night, or the deer, who knows. But every morning I come out here, the stuff was knocked over, so I just said forget it. And then last year I did the ones that hang, and I put them out too early last year, and all I did was just load up with flies. I'm like, okay, I'll get this down yet. So I was going to do something similar to this. I had it in mind, and I seen his video. I'm like, oh, there you go. So anyways, It's really easy to build. Like I said, you could use this year after year. But I am strapping it down just because I don't want something to come knock it over in the middle of the night. So anyways, that's it. Just a quick little video on a yellow jacket trap. Like I said, if you make them with the pop bottles, you can put pop in there, any kind of pop, because it's loaded with sugar and that'll attract them. But the key to this is meat. You can put lunch meat, you can put old meat in there. I've heard you can put dog food, cat food. I just threw a couple of hot dogs in there, and yeah, they're pretty nasty looking in there, so that'll attract them. If there's any owls, I kind of like to see it work. You know, not that I want yellow jackets, but I kind of like to see it work. There's nothing yet. So, and this has been here 2 weeks. I did this 2 weeks ago. I was going to upload the video. And I accidentally deleted it. So anyways, I'm just redoing it. That's all it is. So, but really easy to make. Get yourself a tote, cut the pop bottle, trace the hole in the top, slide it down in, peel the sides over, duct tape it, and there you go. Because what they do, that cone, yellow jackets go down, they can't figure out a way to get back up. That's why, like, you'll see yellow jackets, they make their nests in the ground. You ever be mowing the lawn? All of a sudden you get attacked by bees? That's no fun. Because the yellow jackets will make their nest in the ground, you don't even know it. You'll be cutting the grass and you run over that nest, and boy, you find out really fast. Ask me how I know, right? So yeah, like with the cone, they'll fly down into the cone. Here, let me tip this so you can see. You can see they fly down into that cone, and they can't figure out how to get back up. I'm sure a couple of them might figure it out. But that's all there is to it. So yeah, a couple of them might figure out how to get back out. And you might get a honeybee in there maybe, but I doubt it because the honeybees are not attracted to that rotten meat smell. So anyways, that's my story. Real easy. Apple juice, little apple cider vinegar, a couple of hot dogs, some rotten meat, or some meat like lunch meat, any kind of meat that'll just get rotten. That'll attract the bees. They fly down in, they can't get back out. Once the season is over, you take it, you dump it out, wash it out, put it away, you're good for next year. So, just a quick, easy way. I just wanted to just kind of share this video really quick. Any questions, comments, please leave them. Let me know if you guys have built it the same way. This is pretty typical. Most people just kind of build them this way. But yeah, you want to keep your yellow jackets under control. They are a nuisance. And like I said, I had them so bad last year, they were everywhere trying to get into the hives. And like I said, if you have a weak hive, they'll get in and they'll rob it out. So anyways, that is my story. A real easy way to make a yellow jacket trap. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, ring the bell so you'll get notified the next time one of these videos come out. And I will talk to you guys really soon in the next video. All right, bye.